Hey, we're live at Tuesday Tea Time with Dorina, and we are presented from Women of Wisdom. We are a nonprofit organization here to empower teen girls and women with practical wisdom and confidence. We are here to bridge the generational gap between the older and the younger generation so that we can pass on vital knowledge to one another and to the next generation. Okay. So I want to welcome all first time viewers and those that will be watching the replay. Welcome. Now, I usually share my tea with you, and tonight I am doing green tea. And you know what? I just have to confess, okay? Green tea is not my favorite. And I tried to put, some honey in it to make it taste better or whatever. But I'm telling you, even though green tea is a lot more healthier for you, I don't know what it is. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Healthy tea, things that are healthy, they just don't taste all that good. You know what I mean? So I am doing green tea because it is healthy for you. And my husband, he's been drinking a lot of it. So I'm trying. I'm trying, okay? All right, tea time. I have my one of my favorite cups. And you know what? We're gonna be happy and drink it anyway because we know that we're doing the body good. Okay. So Tuesday tea time. Okay, listen. Tonight is going to be a little different, and I have to share with you what's on my heart. Okay, so hopefully you will open up your heart to receive what I'm saying. It is still wisdom, and if we apply it to our lives, it will cause us to have a better life. I was meeting with a young lady today that contact me about mentoring, and I do one-on-one mentoring. We are going to have group mentorings, but at this particular time we're doing one-on-one mentoring. So if you're looking for somebody uh, to mentor you, you can go to our website and check us out and see whether or not it would be a good fit for you, and we can meet and see whether this would be the direction for you. But anyway, I was meeting with the young lady today, and we were just talking about how uh, just life and doing business and treating people right and things of that nature and being right your own self. Those things are very important, okay? Because if you're going to be wise and you're going to go far in life, you have got to know how to treat people right, okay? So this is kind of a side note on our topic tonight, but it just really came to me before, we started the broadcast to say this. And like I always, I'm talking to somebody, okay? If it, if it's, if the shoe fit, wear it. If it doesn't, then let it ride off the back like water rides off the back of a duck. Okay. So if it doesn't apply, it just doesn't apply. But, I've heard other, women and other teens and, say things about people because they don't know a particular thing. And I just want to say to you, there is what a lot of people call karma. And, we say things, one expression is what goes around comes around. And so you want to be very careful about what comes out of your mouth and how you judge people. Now, it's one thing to judge a person's fruit because you do need to know what type of fruit that people are producing so that you would have the wisdom to know how to handle yourself and handle other people. You cannot judge someone's motives. That you can you can try, or but judging someone's motives is absolutely wrong. Now, we don't know why people do the things that they do, and because we don't understand those things, it's better that you leave that situation alone. Do not put your mouth on that situation, because later on in life, you'll find yourself in that same situation and you may not even handle it as good as the person that you were talking about or judging handled that situation. Now, I'm saying this because, listen, I went through it. Now, because I was raised, without a mom, and most of my mom died when I was 11 months, and I was raised without a mom. There was a lot of things that my dad could not teach me. And because I didn't know those things, some people was real critical because they knew, but I didn't know. And we need to be careful about that kind of stuff, because there's always going to be people in our lives that either know less than we do, know just as much as we do, or know more than we do. And how we handle ourselves in that situation will come back around to us. And then it'll be your turn to handle that situation, and you want to make sure that you don't put yourself in that group that looks like, the best word I can come up with is an idiot, and you don't want to look like an idiot. Okay, you want to look like somebody that's got wisdom. Oh, hi, Council. She said good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate that. Always get good feedback from you. Helps the conversation. All right. So that's good. So we're talking our top we were talking about treating people right, because what goes around comes around, and some people call it karma. And whatever you want to label it as, we need to learn to walk in wisdom, and some things we don't need to say. And especially when it comes to criticizing people because they don't know a certain thing. And, because there's something, that same person that's criticizing somebody that don't know something is the same person that doesn't know something. So you're setting yourself up to to fall into a trap, and you're doing it out of your own mouth, because you're saying things and touching things with your mouth that you have no business touching. Because if you don't understand it, it's better to just leave it alone. And sometimes, us humans, because we don't understand something, we criticize it. And so it's better to just have that wisdom, that silence, that wisdom that's in silence, and not always allow your thoughts to come out of your mouth. Okay. That's not even our subject for tonight, but I just felt really impelled to share that. So I know that that's for somebody. And if you apply that wisdom, then you can prevent things from happening. And this is what I was talking to a young lady that I just recently started mentoring. You know, there's a lot of things you can prevent. You can prevent from going through a lot of situations just by having wisdom and making the right decisions and learning from other people's mistakes and not feeling like you have to make your own in order to learn. That is not correct. You can learn from other people's mistakes, and you want to prevent yourself from going through heavy situations, trauma, drama, anxiety, depression. You know, you want to prevent yourself from going through these things. And you can prevent yourself by walking in wisdom and choosing not to say certain things or do certain things. You have the ability in you to choose right over wrong. And sometimes we just, you know, to be realistic, sometimes, we feel good about putting other people down because it makes us feel like we're better. Well, you know what? You will be stuck in life if you choose to live life like that. That concept itself is circular, and you will go in circles until you get out of that mentality. And so I just know that I needed to share that. Okay, so let's get to what our topic is about tonight. Wisdom topic, the value of time. You know what? Time is real valuable. And let me show you, I got a couple of things I'm going to put on the screen that I want to share with you. One is a quote, and his name is Sunday Adulaja. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. No man can achieve success if he didn't first know the value of time. That statement by itself is powerful. You can't even achieve if you don't know the value of time, because you know what? If you waste all your time, you wasted your time. And if you don't learn how to use your time wisely, you will waste your time. And time is like money. You know what I'm saying? People will use your time up just like they will borrow your money and not pay it back. One thing about that is once it's gone. And so if we value our time, then we understand the importance of time, and we will use our time wisely, and we will accomplish much in life. You know, there was a quote about something about time is not like a couch. you know when you sit on the couch and you're doing nothing, unless you're really contemplating or strategizing in your head, you're sitting there and you're wasting time. And it's like sitting on the couch, is like accomplishing nothing. And if you don't put yourself out there to try something, you will never accomplish anything. And it takes some things, it just takes time. And just because things doesn't happen right away does not mean that it won't happen. It's just that you need to stay consistent with your time. You need to stay consistent with whatever you started, and don't allow yourself to be sideswiped by what everybody else is doing and how everybody else is using their time, or just wasting your time on things that don't amount to anything. Yes, you should take a break. Yes, you should relax. Yes, you should have time for yourself and just bask, in the aroma of rest and happiness. Yes, you should do all of these things in a timely manner. How about that? That's good. Okay, let me share this other thing with you. It says something that cannot time is something that cannot be held, seen, or touched, and it is one of mankind's most precious treasures. Listen to that. With time, you can't hold time, you can't, time cannot be seen, it just passes, and you can't touch it. But it's a precious, a priceless treasure. And when you know the value of time, then you will use your time wisely. And that's what we're talking about tonight, is learning how to use your time wisely. And we talked about some other things that kind of touched on uh, you know, your time and everything, and waste and allowing other people to use your time. But we kind of touched on that, I think, maybe on a couple of videos or ago or something like that. But when you value, we're talking about valuing your time. And when you value your time, you are unwilling to let other people use it up. And you yourself will not just waste time. And you want to accomplish, well, let me just put it like this: you can accomplish great things. Listen, we all have 24 hours in a day. We all have uh, time to sleep. We all have time that we may have to work a job, 8 hours or 4 hours or whatever, how many hours you work. But if you value your time wisely and use it wisely, you'll find out that you have more time than you really think you have. A lot of times we think to ourselves, well, I don't have enough time for this. I don't have enough time. What you don't have enough time for is a bunch of foolishness. That's what you don't have time for. But you can make time to better your life. You can make time to think on things that will better who you are. You can use your time to educate yourself, to research, whatever you need to research so that you can accomplish great things in life. Start focusing more on your dreams and what you want to accomplish in life. And you know what? You can set a goal and say, you know what? I want to do this by this time. I want by 5 years, I want to have this accomplished, and then, have a plan, put a plan in place, put a strategy in place. And if you're not good at planning or strategizing, you know what? Connect with somebody that knows how to do that, to help you plan your life out correctly. Do you know that Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about the fact that you would accomplish more if you planned your life out? It's one, and just hear me out. It's one thing to plan it, it's another thing to implement it. And in order for you to implement these things, you got to value time, because next thing you know, time is gone. And then you're wishing, and regretting because you didn't take time seriously enough. Do you know that tomorrow is not promised to you? Do you know, doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter how young you are. Today, people are dying no matter how old they are, and not being able to accomplish the things that they want to accomplish. And part of it is they were somewhere at the wrong time. Come on now, time is valuable. And you know what? I was telling somebody this once before, that sometimes, we can have a vision, we can have a dream, we can have a mission, for our lives. And we think that, you know soon as we got the idea, bam, things are going to happen just like that. No, that's not how that works. You know, you got to do your research, you got to do your planning, you got to take time to think about, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, how are you going to accomplish all of these things. These are things that you have to use time for to accomplish, you know, and don't get caught up in the, I got to have it now. I've been reading this book, and it's been talking about, finances, and how, you should handle, saving, and they were saying that, you should at least put away 10% of your savings and don't touch it. And then somebody was asking, well, if I do that, then I don't have the money that I want to for my pleasure time, my vacation time. And they were saying that in that book, they were saying that, you set that money aside and you don't touch that money at all. And everything else you budget with, you make a budget within the ninth 90% that you have, and the 10% you don't touch that at all. That's just like something that you just, you know you value that enough to not touch it. Well, you know what, we have to budget our time, and if you don't budget your time, you're going to waste it. And so you need to start thinking, what do I want to accomplish this year? What do I want to accomplish in the next 6 months? What do I want to have done in 5 years? When me and my husband got married, I had someone, and they came and they were talking to me about how to, plan, and the things that I want to accomplish, to have goals. And I said, you know what? I'm going to set a goal that I want us to buy a house within 5 years. And we accomplished that goal within 2 or 3 years. We bought our house. But if you don't plan to use your time wisely, if you don't budget your time, then you will lose that time. And once it's gone forever. Okay. So that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about valuing the value of time. And time is so important that we don't want to waste it on un um, unfruitful things. And we want to make sure that we use it wisely. Okay. So that's what I have for you tonight. And I want to thank you again for joining me. And we are having our vision board event Saturday, April 29th. It's going to be from 2 p.m. to 2 excuse me to 3:30 p.m. at Sozo's Coffee House. If you go to our website, you can register. It's $10 for a registration fee. We are providing all the materials and refreshments, and we're going to have a charcuterie board. And so we're excited about that. Come out and join us and put your vision board together. Give yourself something to look forward to, something to look at, something that will inspire and motivate you to continue to follow the dreams that you have in your heart, and also to keep your values before you. And so those are things that you can put on your vision board, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you for all those that have already registered, and we are excited to spend that time with you. Like I always say, Dorina loves you, and remember, as always, my friend, walk in wisdom. All right.